Alright guys, another video. I'm excited. Let's get straight to it. So, I'm going to show you guys how I made $338. Alright? So let's get straight into it. So as you can see, we were displacing up, now we're displacing down. We are on the hourly. So we were displacing up, and now we're displacing down since Sunday, which is right around here. We kind of manipulated down a little bit, came back up, and then we just been trending down ever since. Respecting bearish, disrespecting bullish. Well, not even making a bullish, really. So we just been displacing down. So today I enter and I take shorts off of two 15-minute fair value gaps, and yeah, I pretty much make $338 on my live account. I lost $400 on my funded account doing shit that I'm not gonna say I shouldn't have been doing, but some shit that I don't really know too well. It's a setup that I don't really know too well. I know it, it's simple, but I don't know it too well. So I guess I placed it in wrong, and the market went the complete opposite way. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So let's go straight to the 15-minute, because you guys know 15-minute fair value gaps are my favorite retracement confluences. So let's go into the 15-minute. So I'll mark out my 15s, which is the green boxes are my 15-minute fair value gaps. The blue boxes are my hourly fair value gaps. So let's go back to the hour. So like I said before, since Sunday we've been displacing lower. Today is Tuesday, so we've been displacing lower since Sunday, respecting bearish fair value gaps, disrespecting bullish fair value gaps. So this is a fair value gap that we have not tested yet since today. Well, since before today. So from the start, well, for the end of the day, we were like right around here. So if we replay this, we were right here, the beginning of the day. So 12 o'clock comes, and 1 a.m. comes, 2 a.m. comes, 2 a.m. See? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7 a.m. 7 a.m. That's when we displaced down. Let's go back to the 15. So the 15-minute. So Asia session, London session. This is pre-market New York session. Well, this is still London session, but we're about to enter pre-market New York session, which is around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock comes, and we form a 15-minute bearish fair value gap, and we form two 15-minute bearish fair value gaps, creating 30-minute fair value gaps each, but all creating a full hourly fair value gap. So this is an hourly fair value gap, and this is also another bullish hourly fair value gap as well. So we displaced lower, and pretty much we kind of paused a little bit. This is where I took my first trade on Where did I take my first trade? Sorry guys. You know what? I think I marked this out completely wrong. Wow. Interesting. That's probably where I lost. I could have sworn I had it here. I don't know how. Well, this is a bearish hourly, so we tap into it. I marked it out wrong. I don't know how I marked it out wrong, but I did. This is a bullish fair value gap, so we obviously ran through it. So I had this marked out for like a good 2 days now, 3 days. So I'm gonna just actually no, I'm gonna keep it just for reference. So bullish fair value gap, we were right around here, but before the day started. So I knew if we were going to be bearish, because we were kind of in this mini bearish trend, we were gonna at least tap here and then go back up. So I kept this marked out as like a liquidity point or liquidity pool. So this is the hourly, and then we created a bearish hourly, which is right here, but 2 15-minute fair value gaps within that bearish hourly. So let's keep scrolling. So right now, this is market open right around now, right here. But let's go to the 5-minute. So the 5-minute. So I tried to do an orb setup as my first trade. I tried to do an orb setup. Oops. For my first trade. Failed completely at it because I kind of didn't know what I was doing. So I kind of thought we broke out already. Let's go to the 1 minute. I kind of thought we broke out of it with this wick. So what did I do? I saw we came back into it, and I pressed sell right there. And as you can see, price went all the way up, came back down a little bit, went all the way up, came back down. So I lost about $400 with this move right here, and I just completely exited the trade. No, it came up. I was down about $700. Then it came back down right here. So I took out right around there, right when we started rejecting. That's when I took out right there. But simultaneously, once we came up here into this 15-minute fair value gap, this is when I took my first trade on my live account. So I took the trade right around here. Boom. Made $120, $130. Took it right there. So we were rejecting. Dragged my stops. Took me out at 120. So right when it took me out right there, I knew we were going to go back up, logged back in on my funded, exited out the trade. So I was down 400 on my funded, but I was up $120 on my live account. So I didn't really give a fuck because I just made the money to buy 2 new live accounts. 2 new funded accounts. So at that point, I didn't really care. We come back up. Market officially opens, and this was my mistake because I should have never took a pre-market trade, but I did, and I still made money. So whatever. Sometimes you break your rules, and sometimes it goes well for you, sometimes it doesn't. Today it went well for me. So we came back up. Market started acting weird. It was jumping up and down. I didn't see any news right around here, so it's kind of weird. So we displaced down all the way down here. Let me just exit this out because obviously I lost that orb trade, even though the orb actually did end up playing out because this pretty much was the orb right there. We tapped halfway. This was the breakout. This was not the breakout. This wick was not the breakout. This was the breakout. So it broke out, tapped back in, broke out, officially tapped back in the orb, and then we completely just broke right out. So that's what happened there. But we're not talking about the orb, we're talking about my strategy. So 15-minute, we tap a 15-minute fair value gap. The green boxes are my 15-minute fair value gaps. So let's go back. 15-minute right here. Boom, boom. So let's go back to the 1 minute. So we tapped the 15-minute fair value gap. We displaced all the way down. We come all the way back up. This was too quick of a move. So I couldn't really get a trade in through here. It was too quick of a move. It just like 9:30, boom, we just randomly just big ass candle, manipulating everybody and just going crazy. So this wasn't really this was just like a scam kind of like candle. Like it literally just took everybody out. So as soon as we took everybody out, we started displacing up. I marked out another 15-minute fair value gap. We tapped that 15-minute fair value gap. We tapped all the way on top, as a matter of fact, and we even displaced a little bit higher as well, as you can see right there. And then I saw that we started displacing lower with speed and force. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna front run this, because I'm not going to take this 1-minute fair value gap entry, because number one, it's not a V shape, and number two, this is just too big of a fair value gap, and we're leaving a whole bunch of room for stops. I want my stops to be nice and tight. I don't want it to be, you know, big like this. So I front run it. I saw we made a quick big move, so I just front run the trade, put my stops right on top of this high, and we started displacing lower. We started displacing lower, and it kind of took me out right around here. Obviously dragged my stops. We obviously inversed this fair value gap after I took the trade. Usually you're supposed to wait until the fair value gap closes, but like I said, this was too much. It was too much of a. It was too big of a. Number one, it's too big of a fair value gap. Maybe I would have took it here, but this wasn't really a V shape as well. So this would have been the better entry, I guess. So, and this is probably right around the entry that I took, but this is not the entry that I like. I like V shapes. I like quick displacement down. This was a little bit too choppy, and as you can see, we obviously went down, and we actually went down into a 5-minute fair value gap. So we went down. Where was that 5-minute fair value gap? I think it was a bullish fair value gap. Was it a 5-minute or was it a 1-minute? No, you know what? We randomly went back up. That's right. We randomly just started displacing right back up. So I dragged my stops, fortunately, and this is the reason why I only take V shapes, because market will do this, do something like this. It was kind of tumbling down slowly, so I wasn't really too confident in the trade, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drag my stops very, very tightly, and we're just gonna make the best of it. And I did, and I ended up making about $200 on this move, $200. And then we just randomly started coming back up. So, and then we came up, and then I think we displaced back down, but that's later on in the day. And by then I was already at the gym, working out, getting ready for the day. But yeah, so that's what happened. That's what happened, guys. The 15-minute fair value gaps are golden. So if you're gonna take away anything from this, use the 15-minute fair value gaps, because they just constantly just work, you know. Tap, halfway mark, displace down, another tap, not necessarily a halfway mark, displace down, ran out of orders, I guess, goes back up, doesn't even close above it or displace higher, goes right back down. And now we're just kind of chopping around 11:30, 12, you know, just chopping 12 p.m., you know, chopping. Then we start coming back up a little bit, you know. Let's go to 5-minute. Chop, come back up. Oh, guess what? Tap the 15-minute fair value gap, start displacing back down. The 15-minute fair value gap is really, you know, it's a beautiful confluence. It really is. I don't know what it does to the market yet, and I'm gonna actually study that. But it's a beautiful confluence. It's beautiful. Maybe it's the halfway mark of the hour or something, or I guess 30 minutes to the hour, or maybe I gotta study the 30-minute the 30-minute fair value gaps, you know, halfway. Yeah, the 30-minute was even better, because we pretty much just displaced halfway into the 30-minute fair value gap. Boom, and we fall. And for you guys that's confused, this would be the 30-minute fair value gap. So sorry about all the lines, but this is the halfway mark right here, and we pretty much just came up, displaced completely lower, came up again, kind of displaced lower, but I guess market wasn't really wanting to go lower. That's why we came back up in the first place, and we're probably going to start trending back up throughout the rest of the week, if we don't get no crazy bearish news from Trump or Iran or anything like that. But yeah, so we've been pretty bullish the past like 2 weeks, so I expect this to be some type of healthy weekly maybe or daily bearish move to then eventually go back up. All right, see on the daily, we still respecting this fair value gap right here, see, and then we're coming back up. So I expect us to really just go back up. So we're not really that bearish, but and you know, keep in mind we're at all-time highs. So all-time highs, we're at all-time highs for a reason. So you wanna stick with the reason why we're at all-time highs, and you want to create setups to where we're gonna probably keep going higher, unless we have real news that we're gonna go lower. And if that's the case, take your bearish trades. Like today, let's go back on the hourly. We were pretty bullish until out of nowhere we started becoming bearish. How do we know we're bearish? Let's find out. Bearish hourly fair value gap. What are we doing? Respecting it. Whoops. Bearish hourly fair value gap. What are we doing? Kind of disrespected it in a way, but guess what we did? Disrespected a bullish fair value gap right away. You see? You're supposed to be going up. Nope. Disrespected it. So we're going back down. Guess what? We didn't even tap this bearish fair value. Actually, no, we did. We had a little tap. Boop! A little poke. Went back down. Another bearish fair value gap. Guess what? We didn't even tap it. We said, damn this fair value gap, and we just started going down. So that's how we know we're bearish. That's how we know we're having bearish order flow. So, knowing that, you have to read the charts as such. You know, yeah, on the hourly, we're bearish. But on the 15-minute, does that mean we're bearish at the moment? We could just be going back up, or we could just be making an up move. You gotta find setups to where, okay, we've been bullish for a good 30 minutes now. Where is market trying to go to then start going back down? And that's all. That's how I trade. That's literally how I trade. That's literally how I make money. It's so simple. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, comment, subscribe to my channel, like my videos. There will be more trading content on the way. I will see you guys when I see you guys, and thank you guys. Deuces.